We're live. We're live and direct here. Let me. There we go. You guys can see me with my American flag draped around me. Show you that I love America. I may not love what the bullshit has done and stand for, but I fought for this motherfucker, and I'll damn sure die for this motherfucker. And I gotta let people know. You're not gonna just come into America and walk into our neighborhoods and walk into our. And that goes for you, people that say that you're our friends, you're our allies, you're not gonna walk into us and manipulate us and ambush us. And for all you other dumbass motherfuckers, I ain't talking to you. You don't exist. You're nothing. And the reason why I show this picture here is get a good glimpse. Get a good glimpse of it here. If you see me in that picture, I'm in that picture. I ain't faking the funk. I ain't out here pretending to be some fake ass tough guy that sits behind some fucking facade of a bunch of fucking punk ass motherfuckers that say that they stand for you and care for you when they've been poisoning, manipulating you, and fucking you since day one. Now, if you don't want to wake up from that shit, that's your problem. That's not God's problem. That's not the societal problem. That's people problem. People have a fucking problem waking up and wanting to be quote unquote free. Free. I'm here to tell you you're not fucking free. Yeah, you're free to do what you like right now, but freedom isn't free. And for all you fucking idiots that believe that we're free now thanks to this administration, we have a lot of people that disagree with Donald Trump's administration. Well, what about this administration? You don't hear a fucking peep. Everybody's gone to sleep. And they know this shit because they know that you're stupid, you're dumb, you're incompetent, you're not going to fight. So they're going to continue to do what they do. And then you're going to go up there and bitch and complain and whine and whine and whine. And that's all. They'll let you do that because they know that you ain't going to do shit. They know that you ain't going to come out and you ain't going to do no force and you ain't going to do shit. And I come on here every fucking day and say the same shit. Reiterate every day and day out. People probably say, man, you're broke a record. You know why I say this shit every day? Because motherfuckers just don't listen. And I figured if you pound in their head so much like the television and everything else, eventually people are going to eventually wake up and eventually the epiphany and the light bulb or whatever is going to go off in their head and they're going to realize. But it may be too late. Maybe they won't realize. It's like an addict. They don't realize they're an addict until they're dead. Simple and plain, dude. Simple and fucking plain. But that's what we do, I'm here to tell you that I love this country. These fucking stars and stripes means more to me than what you motherfuckers did. I volunteered to stand up and fight. Not for the fucked up tyranny, not for the fucking oppression of people, but the rights and the freedoms to be able to live the way we want to live. Not because the government dictates it, not because the United Nations dictates it, not because some idiotic moron motherfucker that has no fucking brain and realizes that they manipulate everything and people just ain't gonna do shit anymore. Yeah, I get up on here and I talk my sports, yes. But I have to get up here and get shit off my chest every day. Because it's my right to get off my chest. I'm not over here blaming people for my problems in my life. I can sit here and say, well, there's been a lot of things that basically have caused the destruction of my life. But first and foremost, it's been myself. By either not doing anything, by just sitting, kicking the can, by just doing whatever. And And I've had to live with that. And I can live with that at the end of the day. To understand that, you know what? It was my doing of why my life didn't become anything. I mean, there's other factors that don't help out in the situation and don't help you do better, but it's the fact that you simple and plain, you still have a choice. You still have a choice to do what you want to do in this life. Whether you want to better your life or just continue to have the same fucking bullshit go on and 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 continue to tell yourself to be a victim and never get out of a vicious cycle and a vicious thing where you're basically digging yourself so far of a fucking hole that your ass is never going to get out of. And that's what people have done in our society. Whether you're in the first world, which is America, China, Russia, whatever, Germany, UK, or it's the third world where you're poor as shit and you're being fed upon and festered upon. Oh, but that's not going on. Everybody wants to continue to live in the land of make believe and facades and fakeness and dumb shit and bittery and wonder why we're just slaves to our own sin. Slave to our own sin. But we got the Stars and Stripes here today to show people that we don't fuck around. I love this country and it's not perfect, but the people here, there is beautiful people, even though there is a lot of shitty, fucked up, nasty, ridiculously incompetent, moronic, lazy, slothful, whatever words and adjectives you want to put in there. But there are great, amazing, blessed, wonderful people that are out there fighting and trying to make sure that other people do have a chance in the future. But there's others that don't want us to have a future because they believe we're the problem and not the solution. So I can't tell you how to believe or what to believe, and that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to go up against you and let's go to war and let me see if I can blow your head off. You see if you blow my head off. That's not what this is all about. You're missing the point. Point is, we got to wake up and we got to come together and figure this shit out. And if we don't, then guess what? We are doomed to face the reality for what it is. And nobody wins at the end of the day. If you've ever been to war, you know no one wins in war. You don't win. You don't win in war. You barely escape with your life. You have to live with things that you did or you didn't do out there, what you could or couldn't do, what you should or shouldn't have done. And all these wars and everything that we've fought and these conflicts and these whatever they've been, look what they've atrocitated. Look what they have accomplished for us. Is it a better world we're living in today than it's ever been? No. We're more divided, more pig-headed, ignorant, stupid, stubborn, whatever you want to say. And it's our fault. It's not the God, it's not the nature. It's human. Human beings want to rule. And human beings think they are gods. But history and life has told us that we are not God. We are merely just flesh and bone. And we have a spirit that most want to disregard and want to act like they themselves are the... But again, nobody comes to my channel and they want to hear, and I don't care. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for people to fucking co-sign my shit, act like they're my fucking best friend, and then they go and they do nothing. I don't care. I can do everything. I can entertain myself all by myself. I can have a good fucking time. I can do all these things. I don't need someone to make me happy and make me feel better about myself because that's a self problem. The problem most people are, they're trying to cater to needs of other people that don't give a fuck about their needs or give a fuck about their well-being. But yet you still give them time and energy. But so we got a lot of sports to talk about today here. You got some. Last night we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady, his thumb is hurt. Oh my God, is he gonna? Tom Brady first drive went up and down the damn field and basically put 7 points up. But then you got Jalen Hurts. They happened to go up and down the field a little bit and scored and tied it at 7. And then after that, it was basically all Bucks. Bucks went up 21 to 7 at half. And then, second half, they were able the Eagles were able to mount it, at least, tried to come back, and they cut it to 28-22 at one point, but then Brady basically marched all the way down the field to the end of the game to where they could have put a touchdown or another and a field goal, another 3 or possibly 3 or 7 points, but they didn't. They ran the clock out. Philadelphia Eagles didn't have any timeouts left, so they just ran the clock out and ended up winning the game 28-22. Ended up being a 50-point total between both teams. I'm sure the number was probably probably a little bit over 50. So if anybody was picking the over, they probably lost. Depending on what sports odds you got, and if you had game, obviously you could have. So we had that going on. We had the Los Angeles Dodgers beating the San Francisco Giants. And the game ended controversially. I mean, as most people probably seen. A check swing was called a strike when, all replays showed that check swing should have been called a ball. But it is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, it always seems like there's always some sort of controversy or thing in baseball, We have the American League Championship game. We have the Red Sox and we have the Astros, two teams that have been caught cheating in the past. One of those teams is going to be in the World Series to face off against the rematch from last year, the Atlanta Braves taking on the Dodgers. Braves last year were up 3-0 and then lost 4 straight. Now, I know a lot of people are betting on the Dodgers because they beat the Giants, who had the second best offense in baseball this year. But I wouldn't discard Atlanta, guys. I wouldn't discard Atlanta. I'm not saying, I mean, to me, I'm Freddie Freeman and I'm some of those other guys. Last year we were up and we were winning, and then you got beat. Can't forget about that. It's a little bit of payback. So I hope I'd like to see Atlanta get some payback, and maybe we see Atlanta make it to the World Series. It's been a while since Atlanta has made it to the World Series. So, I mean, last year they made it to the National League Championship game. So we'll definitely be seeing that game. We have WNBA. We have the WNBA. I believe the game's on. Let's see. I believe the game's on tonight here. Let's check it out here. Yes, the game is on at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. They're playing in Chicago tonight. The Phoenix Mercury are plus 125 on the road here. Chicago Sky is -3. So the over/under is 165.5 right now here, -3 on the spread. The Chicago Sky is at home. Obviously, I think the Phoenix Mercury, they played the first 2 games in Phoenix. Let's see here. We will. All right, we'll go to our sports desk thing here. Oh wow, the Kings actually beat the Lakers last night. Oh wow. Yeah, 2-1. right. Wow, the Nuggets had to come back and win in overtime here with 220 for the Panthers beat. Damn, 5-4. Pretty high scoring hockey so far here. All right. All right. So looks like it's 1-1 the series. Yep, the series is tied 1-1. Chicago Sky took game 1 91-77, so 166 points was scored, and then game 2 they went to overtime and it was 177 points were scored. So definitely a good WNBA game, championship game here. You know, the Chicago Sky played well, led by Candace Parker, obviously. The Phoenix Mercury is led by Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, and also Skylar Diggins, who at one point I believe was drafted by the Chicago Sky, if I'm not mistaken. No, not the Sky. Maybe it was the Dallas Wings or something like that. One of those teams, maybe. So we'll definitely have to see that. I mean, obviously, here Chicago Sky to win by more than 2.5 points here. See, they got 2.5 points. See, yeah, they're being generous here and giving you 3 here on the one site that I'm betting on, but it's basically the same. 165.5 here. You're getting plus 10 more on the money line if you bet on the site that I'm. But like I said, they both basically it's almost similar numbers. You know, like I say, either a half point or. So I always like to check the different odds to see what kind of odds you're getting. Because some sites you can actually be some places where you bet like DraftKings, FanDuel, all the rest of these. If you're in Vegas, you can bet on there's Caesar app. There's William Hill's, one of the oldest sports books in Nevada. You got MGM. So yeah, MyBookie. There's probably some other ones as well. I like MyBookie. They're a really good site as far as betting and stuff like that. They've done right by me. They've also given me a lot of a lot of perks and stuff like that too as well for you know so I appreciate it, and I could bet different sports and stuff of that nature as well. So it's really amazing. I mean, I know betting sometimes people gambling, it's an addiction, it's a problem, just like a lot of other stuff in today's today's world, today's age. But as long as you understand that you recognize that you have a problem, it's better than just being blatantly saying I don't have a problem. And a lot of us know as addicts or former addicts or just people that are still addicts, you have to admit to yourself, when you're fucked up, you're fucked up. Doesn't mean that it's bad. Say you're fucked up. Just means that you recognize that, you know, you're not just saying, well, no, I'm not. Just being stubborn. And a lot of people just don't want to. And a lot of people don't want to see me wear this American flag. They want to just, burn it. And I tell you, well, get the hell out of this country. Yeah. If you don't like it, doesn't mean you have to destroy it within. It means go out, get the fuck out, and go find somewhere else where you feel that holds your values. And like I said, I'll sit here and wait. Most people huff and puff and blow out that motherfucking smoke, but really, they most people just talking. But when push comes to shove, most people will shut the fuck up and sit back down, put the head down between their legs like a dog. People act on top, like Smokey and Friday. Oh, Debo, and then when Debo come up to him, he bitched out, right? Bitched out, right? That's how people are. That's how people are, man. It ain't no disrespect or whatever. That's just who you are. Own who the fuck you are in this life. Don't be pretend. Don't be hypocrite. Because then when motherfuckers get exposed out here, motherfuckers try to act brand new like they. Nah. And that's not what people try to do. People ain't trying to expose people. But when people try to act like they're somebody they're not, then what other choice do they have? Other people try to believe lies and bullshit. We've been down this road and so damn long. And wonder why we can't, we all can't get along, and why can't we? Why is there still this division? Why is there still that division? Why there's no inequality with between men and women and this and that? It's because people keep perpetuating the lies and act like there's nothing wrong or there's yada yada yada, or we just got to flip on the other side. Oh well, you get asked who wins. I mean, is it a pissing contest to see who really win and who's the best, and who's right and who's wrong? Is that what life's all about? You know, I've been I've been walking this earth for 40 some odd years. It still boggles my mind. And there's probably people that live longer than me on this earth and seen a lot more. We haven't even seen the worst. Now we're gonna start seeing the worst. We're gonna have to just start living through some hell, through some hardships and some pain. And it's either gonna make you stronger or it's gonna make you a little bitch and cop the fuck out. And I'm sorry that a lot of you don't want to hear this because you just want to be coddled and you want to be you want your caring mother of the world. These motherfuckers want to hold you back. Wonder why you get fucked up all the time because you don't know how to learn and stand on your own 2 fucking feet. Motherfuckers got to hold your hand and give you participation trophies in this bitch. Some people don't want to hear the hardship words and shit. I've had to listen to a lot of hardship words about who I am, how I am, and this and that. Did it mean I had to go get fucking revenge? Did I have to go even Steven? Did I have to go, do that stuff? No. It's not gonna make you better. It's gonna make you bitter. You could either be bitter or you could be better. That's all I'm gonna. We got some NBA preseason tonight. Let's get down to it. We know that the 19th in 4 days we got actual NBA games. But tonight we have starting at 6:40 Eastern time, 3:40 West Coast time. We have the Boston Celtics taking on the Miami Heat down in South Beach. Miami Heat is -6 or not 6. -8.5. I'm over here. I even fucking barely smoked my bowl over here. Let me just hit this shit. Miami Heat is -8.5 on the spread line tonight. On the money line, the Boston Celtics are the underdogs, obviously, so they're plus 280. And the over/under total number of points between both teams tonight, 214.5. Like I said, we're gonna go through a lot of the sports tonight, and then as we get down to placing a bet tonight, I'll explain why I'm betting that and why that is. We got the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are -2.5 points on the spread. The Philadelphia 76ers are plus 120 on the money line. Their number is over under total number of points 214 and a half. So the same as the Celtics and the Heat there. All right, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are minus 7.5 on the spread. The Cleveland Cavaliers are plus 250 on the money line. The over under total number of points to be scored by both teams tonight 211 and a half. Then we have the Washington Wizards taking on the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are minus 5 on the spread. The Washington Wizards are plus 170 on the money line. The over-under number of points tonight, projected. We'll just say projected on over-under beginning projections is 215 and a half. We sense a pattern: 214 and a half, 214 and a half, 215 and a half, 211 and a half. We got the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are minus 10 on the spread. There's nobody's favored currently on money line. Over under is 225 points. Next game we have the Chicago Bulls at home taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Bulls are minus 4.5. The Grizzlies are plus 170 on the money line. And the over under is 223.5. Then we have the Houston Rockets taking on the San Antonio Spurs. The battle of Texas two-step there. Spurs are minus 3.5 at home on the spread. The Houston Rockets are plus 145 on the money line. And the over-under is 219.5. And then finally, we have the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are minus 8.5 point favorites on the spread. The Portland Trailblazers are plus 290 on the money line. And the over-under total number of points is 226.5. So that's your NBA preseason rundown. Now we're going to run down NHL. We have NHL. The regular season has already tipped off tonight, or have already tipped off. Basically, they started this Tuesday. NHL started their season this Tuesday. So we have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey. The Devils are minus 1.5 favorites on the spread. We have the Chicago Blackhawks are plus 115 on the money line. And goals, number of goals to be scored between both teams tonight. The over-under is 6. Vancouver Canucks taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Philadelphia is favored by 1.5 on the spread. Vancouver is plus 125 on the money line. The over-under number of goals between both teams tonight is 6. Then we have the Minnesota Wild taking on the Anaheim Ducks. The Wild is minus to win by 1.5 tonight on the spread line. So they're road favorite by the spread. Anaheim is plus 140 money line home underdogs. And the over-under number of goals between both teams tonight, 5.5. So basically, there's only 3 hockey games tonight. But it is a regular season game here. Let's look at college football. We had some college football last night. And we'll recap that. Like I said, we'll recap that later here. So we actually got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 games tonight on the college football slate. Starting off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the Clemson Tigers taking on the Syracuse Orange. The Clemson Tigers are minus 13.5 on the spread. Syracuse is plus 420 on the money line. And the over-under number of total points between both teams is 44. Next game starts at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the Marshall Thundering Herd. We are Marshall taking on the North Texas Mean Green in Texas, basically in Denton, Texas. I believe that's where North Texas College is located. So Marshall is minus 11 on the spread on the road, so 11-point road favorites. North Texas plus 325 money line home favorites. And the over-under total number of points scored by both teams tonight, 66 and a half. Let's expect that game to be pretty high scoring. San Diego State taking on San Jose State. San Diego State is actually ranked, I think 25 in the college top 25. They're minus 10 on this, so they're a road favorite, minus 10. San Jose is plus 300 on the money line. Over under total number of points between both teams tonight, 41. And last but not least, we have a Pac-12 affair starting at 7:30 West Coast time, 10:30 Eastern time. We have the Cal Bears going into Oregon. Oregon is a 13.5-point home favorite on the spread. Cal comes in at plus 425 on the money line. And the over-under is 53.5. So that's your games for tonight for college. We got postseason baseball right now. Tonight we got game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the Red Sox and the Astros. The Red Sox put lefty Chris Sale out there versus Houston's Valdez, who's also a lefty. The Astros are minus 1 to win by a run and a half at home. The Red Sox are plus 125 on the money line. And over under 8.5 runs is the total number of runs to be scored by both teams, 8.5. So I think there's going to be some runs to have, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. So yeah, so we have that. We also have NFL here. We'll drop the NFL. We'll quickly go through the lines and we'll talk about we'll go through some injuries. Obviously, we're not going to be betting the NFL till Sunday. Well, possibly Saturday night because we have the early game here in London at 9:30 a.m. over in jolly old London. But it will be our 9:30 Eastern for us. Probably about noon or 1 o'clock London time, and 6 hours behind in London from, because when I was in Germany, basically people in California, they were 9 hours behind me. So my family was 9 hours behind. So we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Jaguars in London. Miami comes in as the road favorites, minus 3 on the spread. Jacksonville is plus 130 on the money line. The over-under total number of points between both teams to be scored is 47. All right, then we go on to the morning games here. Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts, an AFC South matchup. Colts are favored to win on the spread line, minus 10. And the Houston Texans are plus 355 on the money line. The over-under is 43.5, which I think it's a good number. And we have Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. Green Bay comes in as a road favorite on the spread line, -6. The Bears are plus 195 on the money line. 44 points is the over-under total number of points. Kansas City taking on the football team. Kansas City is -7, road favorites. And the football team is plus 250 on the money line. And total number of points over-under is 54.5. We have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers. Vikings are -2.5, road favorites. Carolina is plus 120 on the money line. The over-under is 45.5. The Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens are -2.5 point favorites on the spread. The Chargers are plus 120 on the money line. Over-under 51 points. We have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Detroit Lions. Bengals are -3.5 road favorites on the spread. The Lions are plus 155 on the money line. Over-under total of 47. We have the Rams and the Giants ending the morning games. Rams are -9.5 as road favorites. And the Giants are plus 330 on the money line. Over-under is 48.5. Now we get into the afternoon games. We have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are -3 home favorites on the spread. Arizona is plus 145 on the money line. Over-under is 49.5. We have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Broncos. Broncos are -4. The Raiders are plus 170 on the money line. The over-under is 43.5. Then we have the last late game to start will be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New England Patriots. Cowboys come in at -3 as road favorites on the spread. New England is plus 140 on the money line. The over-under is 50.5. Sunday night football will be the Seattle Seahawks coming into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Steelers are -5 home favorites on the spread line. The money line is favoring Seattle at plus 190, and total over-under is 42.5. We have Monday night football here. We got the Buffalo, we got the stampeding, rolling Buffalo Bills like they were back in the 90s. On the road, taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Buffalo Bills are -5.5 road favorites on the spread line. Tennessee is plus 205 on the money line, and the over-under is 53.5. So that's your sports basically. I mean, we also have a lot of other sports going on too this weekend. You know, we have golf, you have UFC, we have NASCAR, we have Bellator, PGAs, the CJ Cup. We got La Liga, which is the Spanish, the Spaniard League. We have the Premier League. We got Ligue 1. We got Bundesliga. It's the German league. Bundesliga. I don't know. I can't speak in a German accent, so. But yeah, that's what we have so far. So let's go to the NFL here. Look at some NFL news here. All right. Let's get some NFL news. Zach Ertz has been traded to the Arizona Cardinals for cornerback Tay Gowan and a draft pick. All right. So, I'm gonna go do this right quick here. I gotta do something I should have done a long time ago. Should have did last night here. But we're gonna we're gonna go see if we can. We're gonna see if we can go pick up this guy on that. Oh yeah, weird. Ooh, oh shit. Mm. Fuck. I can't get rid of one of these guys. Well, Madsen. You know, I'll just drop this backup, my backup tight end here. Like I said, I mean Darren Waller isn't gonna be set out here. There we go. All right. All right. Sorry, anybody in my fantasy league that I'm playing. I had to go pick up Chuba Hubbard here because Christian McCaffrey is out for Week 6. Will miss his third straight game. That means there'll be a lot of. All right. And Aaron Rodgers basically says he will never play for this team. Let's find out what team he said he'll never play for. Anybody's guess? Probably Raiders. Oh, the Bears. The Bears. Oh, he's. Yeah. Oh, Aaron Rodgers never. Well, I mean, wouldn't see. And then all right. Report. Email show top NFL lawyer arranged favors for ex Washington general manager. Jokes. Trade diversity jokes and emails. See, it's not just John Gruden out here, or it's not just John Gruden out here, espousing these things. There's other owners and people like that are, they say these joke stuff like Dave Chappelle and stuff like that, and people, you have to sit here and look at the context of how something is said, and a lot of times we blow everything out of context. because we look at something as, oh my goodness, this is horrible. Oh my gosh, this person. And we're blowing the thing out of context and out of proportion, and then we just want to label somebody this, but then we don't want to go back and apologize for the offense that we accuse somebody of really not being that way, but somebody took it another way. And it's like we're living in a world and in a society that doesn't consciously aware of what the context of things, and people are so offended, and people are always in their emotions, are always in your feelings, and it's not good to always be in your feelings. That's not a good place and a good state. Good state of mind, and your spirit, your mind, your body, whatever. I mean, people say that they want. Hey, I'm not here to argue how to do it, what to do it, who to do it, who's doing it, who's not, because that's not the point. That's where we continue to go wrong. Was we sit here, there, you put the finger there, I put the finger there. It's just, end of the day, it's still kicking. It's probably opening up a can of worms that nobody wants to deal with. And the NFL concussion protocol becomes a gold standard. They're actually starting to get better with the protocol, and making sure that these players don't have long-term effects. I mean, think of this: your brain was never meant to be rattled around, and that's what happens when you get a concussion. A concussion is your brain just rattling around in your head. So you got a skull. Your skull basically keeps your brain from doing whatever. But when you get banged in the head, boom, your brain is rattling around in there. Okay? And human beings weren't meant to be, gladiators that go in the arena and get their heads bashed in for 30, 50, 40 million, 60 years. Football players, your body wasn't meant to take that punishment. And what people that get stronger and faster and better with the modern medicine and technology of things to make us be more sleeker, more built, more faster and stronger. In a day and age where people proclaim safety and well-being when they're just making money, just like they used to do in college. They made money off the backs of other women and men student athletes. But now they have a chance to make money off their likeness and their image. But people were doing that for years and not giving them. But just think about, how countries do that. They use their image and their wall likeness of the people of the country, but the government continues to spend, and who has to fit the bill and front the bill and get the brunt of all of it? Us, the people that have to work. People forget. Robots just can't replace us and do the same job. Sorry to burst people's bubble that want this post-human transhuman human world that they want to eventually everybody wants to merge with robots. Everybody's living in a transhumanism experience through virtual reality and the internet, just like we are living a human experience. A robot can't experience the same experience as a human being. All right, just like an animal, I can't experience the same thing as an animal. I was born a man, always will be a man, never will I change. Does that mean I hate other people that want to be other different? No. You have to understand people for who they are and respect them and love them for who they are. But we can't just be, all right, we're just going to take you out and, that's it. We're all humans. We all have feelings. We all have it. And we all have to, address each other accordingly to try not to offend people. And well, we have people out there that want to offend people, that want to see the world burn, want to see people cry, want to see people die. But does anybody do anything about them? No. Continue to allow them to do as they so well please. But I'm the bad guy. and but people don't want to talk about it. You just want to shut up and then expect things to get fixed. That's the definition of insanity. Continually doing the same thing, hoping for a different result. It's called insanity. It's called banging your fucking head against a wall. That's just being. But so now we got that. Now we got that figured out here. All right. Now that we got that figured out, we're gonna go to. Oh, actually, number 24. All right. So Clemson is 3-2. The Orange are 3-3. Marshall's 3-3. North Texas is 1-4. San Diego State, they're 24th. San Diego State 5-0. The Aztecs taking on the San Jose State Spartans. Spartans are 3-3. Cal Berkeley is 1-4, taking on the 4-1 number 9 ranked Oregon Ducks. All right, police. A man killed near Birmingham in fight over Alabama Texas A&M game. See, that's stupid. Texas A&M celebration after upset of Alabama cost the school $100K. Well, I'm sure they're not going to be hurting after that. Well, might see Caleb Lincoln Riley over here, the coach of Oklahoma, has a quarterback decision. They benched Spencer Rattler, who was a let's say Heisman Trophy candidate, number one, top quarterback to be taken off the board coming in the upcoming draft in 2022 draft. But he got benched, so we're gonna see. We'll see Caleb Williams, who came in and basically was the hero, or was the actual running back that scored the touchdown to basically beat Texas. And basically, Texas defense, if they could have tackled the guy, it would have been a done deal. Georgia moves to number 1 in the AP polls. Alabama falls to number 5 after loss to Texas A&M. And then LSU lost wide receiver Kayshon Boutte. He was one of the top receivers in the country, but now he is done. He got injured last game, so he is done there. So we got games on ESPN, the Clemson Tigers and Syracuse Orange. CBS Sports Network will have the Marshall game in North Texas. Then San Diego State and San Jose State. That game will be on the CBS Sports Network after the Marshall North Texas game. And then also on ESPN tonight will be the late game, Cal Berkeley Bears taking on them Ducks here. So yeah, I mean, we can also preview some of these other games in college football this weekend. But I like to kind of do that before. I like to kind of do that on Saturday. But we might do a little bit later here. Like I said, I usually try to do this in the afternoon. Talk about sports. I'm trying to do this is talk about sports, talk about the betting aspects a little bit. We'll talk about fantasy aspects here, as far as we go into fantasy football here. We'll go through my teams, my lineups. Obviously, if you are a Christian McCaffrey, you hold stakes in Christian McCaffrey in fantasy football. Well, he will not be playing this week. So, and I'm sure, do they have a bye next week? I'm not sure, but maybe they'll be back next week. But we'll definitely have to check that out here. All right. All right, let's do this. All right, let's see. Nick Chubb is out for the banged up Browns as well. So those are the people that have Nick Chubb. Those of you that have stake and share in Kareem Hunt like I do, we're gonna have to play him. We're gonna have to definitely play him this week here. People think Detroit might get off the snide. That's a bold prediction. All right, we got word that Tua Tagovailoa is expected to start for the Dolphins in London against the Jaguars. So we'll have a Tua versus Trevor Lawrence battle. Sherman out for a few weeks. He basically pulled his hamstring, so he'll be out for the. Looks like Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry's practicing here, so you got him, and you have Odell Beckham. So maybe Odell Beckham and Landry, have a value against the Cardinals defense here, since Nick Chubb, maybe Baker, they got Kareem Hunt, but maybe Felton gets some love unexpectedly here. Yeah. 9 players who should be traded. Well, they're showing obviously Odell Beckham. They show a Marlon Mack and this man from the Raiders. Is that Nakwe? It just seems like he's just a guy that's getting traded around everywhere. But obviously Zach Ertz, he was talked about being traded before the season, and then now finally, after the game, Philadelphia finally confirmed the trade. And as I don't know if any of you guys seen it, you guys can go watch the post. Or he was shaking all the Philadelphia, people that work there in the stand and all that, and just Zach Ertz was a pivotal player for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now he gets to go to an offense where he's going to actually be targeted, and a lot of people that don't got Zach Ertz right now, they better pick him up next week. And I said, no, he's probably going to be on the waiver wires, and some people might have him, stashed. Now you can throw him out there. I mean, obviously, he won't be playing for the Cardinals this week, but next week or whenever, hopefully next week we'll get to see Zach Ertz, because I think that'll only help Kyler Murray get better. So now look at the Cardinals, y'all. I think the Cardinals are looking like Cardinals and the Rams looking like the favorites in that NFC West battle there. Be those two teams. I think now that Russ is banged up now for a while, they take down a peg. The Niners are kind of down a peg or two, so it's basically become a two-team horse race in the NFC West. That's just my opinion, though. And I basically felt that the Cardinals and the Rams were going to take the division this year, take the next step up. Yeah. And does Russell Wilson get traded? Do they trade Tyler Lockett? Do they trade DK Metcalf to try to get some defense? It just seems like the defense now is, before everybody used to say that the offense would be a liability, and the Legion of Boom, when the Legion of Boom was there in Seattle, now, is it time to see Ken Norton leave? Just get rid of Ken Norton, bring in a new guy, and hope, and maybe get rid of some, assets that you can probably bring back some things, and maybe get some things as far as drafting, if this is how it's going to go. I mean, do you trade Russell Wilson now? I mean, I know they said that they weren't going to trade him, but when teams aren't winning, and then they does Pete Carroll, if the Seahawks don't have a good season, does Pete Carroll get fired? You got to think of the coaches that are probably on the hot seat right now. I mean, obviously, the first person that's going to get fired this year, if anybody, basically got his basically got the starting job this year, and that's Urban Meyer. I believe he's going to be gone. Just the Urban Meyer experience. They came, they saw, they tried. And not for nothing. I mean, Urban Meyer should just stayed in college because that's what it seems like. And for that matter, he should have just stayed single. I mean, you can't have a family and then just end up ditching your team and then go play grab ass, with a bunch of women that it's not your wife, not your children, it's not the cheerleaders. So that's what we've learned. So obviously banged up Browns. The Browns got a lot of injuries coming in to play the Cardinals. So this is going to be an interesting game here. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the Browns and Cardinals had a low scoring game. That this would be a very low scoring game because of the injuries and then how do the Raiders? How do the Raiders perform? Obviously that John Gruden's not there, the head coach anymore. They got to go to Denver and play Mile High, which is not an easy place to win. And Denver's, they have both teams are 3-2. Cleveland's 3-2. I mean, you have Panthers 3-2. Baltimore's 4-1. Chargers are 4-1. Kansas City's 2-3. Yeah, Pittsburgh's 2-3. Buffalo's 4-1. Tennessee is 3-2. So there's quite a bit to realize, and that there's no some teams there's reason to panic, and other teams there's not reason to panic. Obviously if you're not winning and you're not. All right, I'm gonna pick my survivor pick here. Yeah, last week I took Tennessee and they won. So so I can't that so all right. I'm gonna take the Colts here. We'll go back to back AFC South here. We'll go. See, I took last week in my other one. I took the Ravens, and then week 3 I took the Ravens here. So basically, when I take these teams, I can't pick them again. So it's like you gotta teams like the Dolphins, the Jaguars. You gotta try to pick a team when they're gonna win. So That's good. I sat him. Alright. Tommy Tremble here. There we go. I mean, I'm using Gil Sicky, but should I pick Moali Cax? Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do this here. That way, I can still keep Tommy in the lineup this week here, but definitely try to go after that right now here. 'Cause that to me, I mean, my man Jalen Hurts is doing well for me. And like I said, Justin Jefferson's gonna. And Jamar Chase, he didn't show up like I want him to, but yeah. All right. See about her. Yeah. See, I probably should have put in Herbert this weekend, but that's okay. We'll ride or die. We'll ride or die with him like that here. This we got Tommy Tremble here. So, uh, 'cause, I mean, I don't think. Yeah. See Zach Ertz. See Zach Ertz is still out there. Yeah. Mo Alley Cox here. But Joku. Well, we can take the Joku here. Let's see here. He's back at practice here, so I don't know. It could be a trap here. I say fuck it while we can. Like I said. I mean, Tommy Tremble, he's been all right, but if I can try to get this man here, see Wednesday morning, I'm putting a waiver wire claim. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're probably not gonna get it here. Somebody else, yeah, but I want to put it in before anybody else does here. And just like over here. Uh, telling you, Zach Ertz is gonna be. I know he's still in here. Yeah, see. Every Wednesday. Well, I'm ninth, so I don't think I'm gonna get him here, but we just. I'd like to get him. Uh, yeah, we'll do that here. Like I said, yeah, start making moves. I lost 2 weeks in a row. I can't. I don't want to. Always fuck people think I'm stupid or something. Like, oh, Manny can't play fantasy football. Well, I'm also playing fantasy football by not picking fucking certain players just to try to see like what the dealio is. All right. Kenneth Gainwell. Yeah, yeah, Randy Bullock here. All right. All right. I think we're good there. So yeah. All right. Blah 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 blah. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. All right. College football. All right. Oklahoma cancels media availability after quarterback report. Penn State coach James Franklin denies fake injuries. Conference USA pitches regionalization to the American Athletic Conference. I mean, it should be that way. I mean, they try to make most sports into the same teams play in the same regions and areas, so it's not, you got to go flying crazy ass travel plans. All right, so let's see here. Oh, 13 and a half here. They got the score here. Yeah, I mean, oof. Defensive back. All right, so there's two guys. Yeah, that's not too bad. Die. Ooh, so yeah, so he'll be out of the first half. So be an interesting game here between. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like. Probably, I don't know, it's gonna be raining or much, whatever. Over under 53 and a half. You know, I can see Oregon really putting the works to the Cal. Cal's not really having a really good season right now. Oregon, they had a week to recover after losing to Stanford. I think, yeah, definitely in that here. use plus 10. So most of these are double digits. I mean, some of these even they're getting double digits. Obviously, I'm gonna the games that I bet here. Hopefully we can get a good. Like I said, this ticket right here. Obviously, look at that. I went to Nevada. That way I can always. Yeah. Therefore, this is I made an 8 leg team parlay. It's basically they all cover. I win $905. If anything, I want that part to get fucked up. So yeah, all right. I was trying to see if there's any. They showed like the weather exactly, like what's the weather gonna be like in that neck of the woods. It's gonna be raining. It's gonna be cold. Is there? Well, I know in San Jose it's gonna be weather will be alright. Syracuse, New York, there it'll be in the dome, so won't be too much of a hassle. North Texas, they're out in Dallas area and all that. They're getting storms over there. We'll have to check that. We'll have to check the weather out. And that's the thing. People are like, why have you bet? Why would you check the weather? Well, the weather is determining that the game's gonna be sloppy. If it's gonna be if it's gonna rain through the whole game, is the ball's gonna be sloppy? Is it just gonna rain partially through the game? Is it gonna be hard rain? Is it gonna be light rain? Is it be snowing? Is there a storm that there might be a fucking delay in the game, so that affects teams differently, and obviously the momentum, and so we'll definitely have to look at that here. All right, so yeah, we've been on here for an hour and 18 minutes. Like I said, we're gonna get a bet in tonight here. We'll get our bets. We'll do a bet here tonight. Let's say we'll do this here. We got college. We got NBA. And what do we do? Do we do the college? Parlay college, WNBA, and the MLB. Because I don't think we could do. I don't think we do props for. I don't know if we can do prop bets for. What is it? NBA preseason. Hold on a second. Got people out here with their RVs parked across the other way. I mean, I don't know. Man, working on somebody's RV. All right. All right. Oh yeah, we can do props, but there, yeah. Well, we can do NHL. Not on the NBA yet. Yeah, see, not on NBA, college, or anything that nature. So, Baseball here. Let's see. Strikeouts here. Chris Sales to get Chris Sales in order to catch would be about 7 or 8. Valdez if he gets 6. If he gets 6 or 7, if he gets 7 here, that's, I mean, to me, it's like, what if you just kind of build your own bet here, and took like, okay, then total hits here. I mean, you could probably like like who really like you basically got to take guys to get like 3 or 4 hits here. Oh, total bases from a hit. Okay. So yeah, you definitely have to take like Bergman, Aroa, whatever his name is, Maldonado, Brantley. I mean, you get 3 bases, and this is just bases. I mean, it's not like hits. Like obviously home runs. Obviously, that's a big name, big prop things here. Who's the one kid? Tucker here. Tucker plus 400. And he's been good, but I don't know about postseason if he's obviously plus 900 with Plawecki. And those would be just like JD Martinez plus 450. What about Tuve, Verdugo, I think is playing pretty well. I mean, who knows? Then hits here, like how Mookie Betts went 4 for 4. That's plus. Phew, right there alone, that's you're already winning like 20. So yeah, I think because let's see, what's gonna be first? Let's see. All right. We're gonna see Boston, the Red Sox, and the Astros. We got. We think the Astros could win by a run and a half, plus 140. We think the Red Sox are gonna. Think the Sox. Pick the Sox tonight. Pick the Sox. Or do we take the over 8.5 or the under 8.5 here? I don't know. I think these two teams here. I mean, I think there'll be some runs, but I mean, Boston's been hitting. That's the only thing that is. Boston's been hitting. So has the Astros too. The Astros have been pretty. So WNBA game. Who are we taking here? Are we taking? Are we gonna take the points, or are we gonna take who's gonna win? Because both teams have gone. They both got to over 80. So, but could this be like a? Could this be like an under game? Under WNBA game here? And because the Mercury came back and they won in overtime. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Chicago, they and basically Diana Taurasi shoving a referee. So I mean, does that keel over? And Chicago plays well at home probably. Uh, I guess yeah, preseason. So yeah. So I got some bet things to look forward to. But all right, been a good little stream. We talked about sports here. Maybe we'll go before. Maybe we'll cut back on before and just kind of talk about before some of the games. Maybe in game. You know, do some things. But again, I got the American flag around me because I am American, and nobody can take that away from me ever, ever take that away from me. And you won't stop me from being me. And I spread love, not hate. You're the ones that have continued to press hate and continue to push the agenda of hate. And those of you that don't want to see it, well, you'll see it one day or another. But until that day, take care of yourselves, love everybody, be good to yourselves, and be good to everyone else. I'm out.